Alright, so I've been hiking for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Pretty much just in the middle of nowhere. It all kind of looks the same. Trying to find the Dart River, but it's proving to be a little bit further away than I originally thought. Still on track though. I think I'm heading in the right direction. I got a few mountains off in the distance as a point of reference, but see how we go. Okay, so it's about 3:30. I think I finally found the Dart River. I don't know if you can see it very clearly, but it's all the way down there. I'm all the way up here. That's going to be a bit of an issue, but I got some rope, so see how we go. I might be able to make it down. Maybe I could just find a better way, but it's a lot hotter here than I thought it would be. Trekking for that long is just pretty tiring, but definitely now I've found the Dart, I can make it up there. All I gotta do is follow this upstream, then I'll be able to find the waterfall and then onto Lake Unknown. So check back in a little while and see how we go. Check this out. That's pretty cool. That's pretty intense. This sort of thing could pose a problem, but I think this one in particular I'll be able to get around. It's not very long. It's kind of high though. It's pretty cool. This is a bit of another look, just from a different angle. That looks climbable. Or I could just walk around. Try that. Take the safer road this time, I think. Get a bit of a better view from up here. Now you can kind of see the other side of the river over there. Definitely looks like it's a bit more easy going on that side. I think that'll be ideal for coming back. I'll try and trek across the river somehow and just walk along that beach. Sounds pretty good. But right now, I gotta climb around the side of this cliff that doesn't seem to want to stop. But it's not too bad. A little sketchy in places, but overall it's quite good. Seems like the overhang of the cliff has stopped a few of the trees from growing right on the side here, so I should be able to kind of clamber through. I'd say there's been a few random little animals using this as well, keeping it clear. So keep going. Just waiting for a real good view to open up so I can show you guys what it's really like down there. It's pretty intense, but just with the lighting at the moment, not getting a good view. Whoa, okay. This is where it starts to get a bit more difficult. Might have to switch this off a bit. Okay, getting a pretty good view from right here. You can see the river going up. There's not a lot of water in it at the moment, so it shouldn't be too hard to cross if I need to later. I think that could be Mount Earnslaw up there, I'm not sure. There's a couple of pretty epic looking peaks over the distance there. Where I want to go is right up that way to the left somewhere. I think it's that peak right in front, but I've got to get across somehow up here. So might have to climb up or climb down. Pretty much gotta be one of the two at the moment. So I'm kind of perched here on some dead branches that seem like they're gonna slide away at any second. But slowly making my way down, I figure that's the best way If I do fall, I want to make as little distance as possible between me and the rock at the bottom. But it's pretty sketchy. It's pretty much a straight cliff face with a whole lot of debris on it that I'm just going to try and use to get down. Well, seems to be working out so far, except for the goddamn sandflies. Now that I'm getting close to the river, and I'm not liking them. So I haven't had to use my rope yet, but I think the time has come. There's quite a steep drop and a little tree branch down there. I might be able to lower myself down off this tree and get down quite far potentially, but I just don't know if it's worth getting all the gear off my pack. I might be able to scramble down. So I found a little tree here. Seems quite sturdy and alive, which is probably the most important part. But it's really hard to see. I checked it out, but right here under these branches is quite a big drop with a big overhang. Maybe a cave under there or something. I can't quite see. But I'm just gonna throw my rope on down there and use a real basic technique just to lower myself down. Obviously I want to be able to keep my rope, so I can't tie it off, but we'll see how far this goes. Cool, well that should do it. And I'm just going to tie this off around this tree. Just pretty much just wrap it around, get one end of it and tie it onto me. That's virtually all I'm going to do. And then grab hold of that other rope while I lower myself down. Hopefully it feeds through my hands and it works out. Get back to you when I get to the bottom. I made it down and there's this little overhang here. So that's kind of what my problem was, but now that I'm kind of attached to all this gear anyway, I'm just gonna see how far down I get myself before I run out of rope. Alright, so I made it a little bit further down. Looks like there's another big overhang cliff right here. This is going to take me a long time to get all the way down that river, I think. But I'll just keep tying this rope off and just keep lowering myself down. Tie off at the next tree. And yeah, see how I go. I think I should be okay there. Better make some move though, I'm killing too much time doing this. That river is so close, but yet so far away. When I was back that way a little ways, I wanted to get down that cliff that went straight down to the beach, but there was just no way. My rope was long enough. So I've had to climb back up a little bit, traverse across the side of this mountain along these cliff fronts up here. Whoa, shit. And I'm perched here on this little tree. There's quite a large cliff drop here. As you can see, my rope just long enough to get to the bottom. So I'm going to get down here and hopefully there's another way down. I don't need to fucking come back up because that would be difficult. Alright, so the initial little fall wasn't too bad, but I got the rest of the way to this go. I just don't want to drop this camera, but it's pretty exciting little spot, this one. Quite cool. Oh, I caught a tree. There we go. That got me down some of the way. Whoa, so I just came down through all this shit. That was a bit of a mission, but the plus side is I made it down to the ground, which is fucking awesome because that took a long time. I'm not sure exactly how long. I gotta check my watch, but I mean that was pretty crazy. That took me longer to get down that cliff than it did to hike all the way out here. I mean, I'm gonna try and walk out here and over this way and just have a good look, see what it was that I came down. It was pretty cool, but that's fucking good. It's good to be down. Pretty stoked. So this is it. I mean, that's where I was trying to come down, right over this way. That's what I do. I came all the way up here, all the way up, and climbed down some of these trees. I mean, it was just as steep, but you know, at least there was trees something to climb onto. So that's pretty awesome. It's pretty barren out here. There's a little bit of water. I actually managed to lose my drink bottle somewhere up there in all that chaos. So I'm gonna drink as much water as I can now, and probably just gonna have to jog. It's getting pretty late. I'm starting to doubt whether I'll actually make it up there, but you know, it's been good, and it's only the first day, so see how I go. Just need to get a drink, but need to make some tracks. Places like this are a bit of a pain in the butt too. Oh, that's pretty cool. Little stream coming down. I can't really get over to that middle bit without crossing, and can't really get around the edge here. So I guess there's only one thing for it. I don't know how deep it is though. I might see if I can scope out a shadow a bit. Could be potentially quite deep in the middle, and I don't really want to get all my gear wet if I don't have to. But over there I can see it's at least got a bit of a ripple in the water. That might be tiny little rapids going down there. But I need to pick up some pace because I need to get up there before it gets dark. Alright, so it looks shallow enough here. I just gotta go across. It is fucking cold though. I decided to stop and have a little breather. This is pretty amazing. The color of the water, I can tell it just doesn't come through, but it is stunning. So clear, so fresh. I had a wee drink before and it was so clean, delicious. I mean, this is cool. Would be a pretty cool. That's pretty flat over there. I mean, you need a pretty good spot to set up camp. Well, we want to roll in there, but yeah, amazing. So I made it to where I think the river breaks off and goes up towards Lake Unknown. Just got to scope it out some more, but I've kind of come from down that way, and most of the time I've had to cut through all these trees on the side, and now I think it's up there somewhere, because the river seems to fork, or at least there's another inlet over here, and I think if I follow that up to the side, it might be down that way and then up this ridgeline. And I can't see the waterfall though. That's what I need to find to be sure. So I'm gonna try and get it back out this way somewhere, and I don't know, maybe I can get a better look.